Yeah, so when I started game development, I had hair down past my bum,
Yeah.
and so so take from that what you want to.
Oh,
Oh
Um,
wow.
man, that's
whilst I'm sharing my
impressive, man.
screen, whilst I'm sharing my screen, something that you might find interesting. This is not my role, but it's a an interesting way that I think we develop games that not a lot of people do develop games in that way. It's because our games are all like 2D, right? They're all side scrolling,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then they
yeah.
have that intense like parallax sort of moving assets and that sort of thing. So the way that works is every single asset in the game is actually an
Oh, wow.
individual piece, an
Oh my
individual asset
gosh.
that's placed in the Z. So
Oh
for
my
example,
gosh, this is so
Whoa.
cool.
So
Wow.
for the listeners, we're getting a look at a 2D screen right now that is being zoomed in and rotated to actually show you the layers of depth. Even though it's 2D, it's like you have the foreground, the background, and
Oh
you
my
can place
gosh.
items and things like that
Oh
from
my,
anywhere in the foreground
this
all the
is
way to the
so
back.
cool.
So it's 2D, but it's not 2D because it's
It's,
really
yeah,
3D.
it looks, it's like a shadow box, like where you can see, like
That's a
looking
great
straight on,
Yeah.
point.
you can
yeah,
see
I was
it,
gonna say
but
pop-up book.
there's,
yeah.
yeah, there's all the layers behind it that stack up and then create that level. That is so awesome to
Dude,
see.
Yeah, so
Jack,
like
this is
that
great.
that's all like like you've seen there, individual 2D assets, but then like we I don't know if I can show it, I don't know if I can find it, but basically what we do in the game is, like here what I'm showing you is the main hub. This is the area you keep coming back to over and over again. So we do all sorts of crazy things where we're like switching out assets in here, things are getting destroyed, we're changing time of day. So although it looks like a single individual scene, we're actually smashing pieces up and adding assets in, and yeah, so it gets pretty hectic in there.
Wow. Yeah,
That
this
is
is
so
this
neat.
is literally like imagine if somebody took 7 layers, and then you put them together and you look at them from one angle and they look like they're 2D, but there's actually 7 layers there, and then you can actually put assets and things on, between any of those layers. So this is awesome, man, because I've never seen this. I always
Yeah,
just
that's
thought
Yeah.
2D
insane.
game, and we see this a lot more nowadays, right? Where you're seeing these kind of 2D games that have depth to them at the same time. And I personally, I love that style because I think it really enhances that 2D aspect. But it's really cool to kind of get that glimpse, like we said, behind the curtain. I had no idea that this is what a game looked like,
Yeah.
for somebody that's actually working on
Oh
it, which
wow.
is
And
awesome.
then like that this would be more part of my job, is I've built all of these. When you look at what I do, it's a lot less interesting to see. That's what I see most of the time. Is like is that.
Yeah, a door.
That's
There's just a
A
picture of a
door.
door right there.
so that's what I see most of the time. But then I hook all these levels up, and you set characters in them and that sort of thing. Because
That
like something we do that is, again, I don't know if every player does this, but we actually animate within Unity. A lot of studios will probably animate outside of Unity, but we rig everything and animate within the software. So like,
Right.
for example, this is Arlo, the main character, and here with him we can do whatever we want to with moving him around and stuff now. So everything is in this this actual within
That's
Unity basically.
that is awesome.
Wow, that is so neat. Yeah, so he's got the main character here, and he's kind of making him dance and do a jig right now. But that's so interesting to see how that once that character's created, then you can do all the effects, this way.
Yeah, well, I mean, like it's the same thing with him, right? Like we have to crush it down a little bit, but he is all like individual, separate pieces that are like 2D assets that we've
Hey, man.
squished down. Let me see if
This
I
is
can.
really cool.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome,
we're
man.
geeking out right
Oh,
now.
oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
If I turn up his body, you can see what he is underneath.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know if there's like his
Layers
hair.
on layers, man. Yeah, wow,
His
look
Wow,
at
head's
man.
this.
his head's separate, so you can put different hairs and things on him.